Hey everybody, it's me, ChrisNorman2000, and welcome back to some more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, I Am Getting Hit. No, Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we made it here to the ice caverns as well as got most of the trading side quests done. And in this episode, we are going to finish off the ice caverns. Not that we barely started it to begin with. Now, these enemies suck. They're called ice keys. Now, how you want to defeat these enemies coming up? Just a hook shot to them. They think they're freeze hearts. Just hook shot to them and then jump. There's a lot of jumping in this dungeon that I'm going to fail because I'm terrible at jumping in this game. Technically, you could glitch the game so you don't need to do this dungeon, but shut up, Navi. You don't have to do this dungeon, but it's we have to do it. Now meet the main mechanic of this dungeon: blue fire. So we have red ice and blue fire. That doesn't sound right. Right over there is the dungeon map. I believe you can just hook shot to that. Oh, but you can't. I'm not going to get that just because I don't want to. No. And that's why those enemies suck. You have to just spam all the buttons you can, otherwise you're just gonna start losing health slowly. No! And compared to the fire keys, they keep their, like, essence. Whatever you want to call it. It's weird. Their element on them. Luckily, after this dungeon, we don't need to see them. Actually, no, we'll see them one more time at the end of the game, but that's a different story. We're gonna want to use the blue fire on this door. If I'm thinking correctly, this should just lead to another room that... What the heck? Yeah, the blue fire is really glitchy, to say the least. It's really, really, really glitchy. There we go. Hopefully this is the right room, otherwise I gotta backtrack. Yep, this is the right room. Basically, lots of icicles. Don't want to touch them. And right over here, we got a heart piece and a skulltula. Too bad there's no dessert. Anyways, I'm gonna pick up some more blue fire. Bow, 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 bow. And we're going to grab the heart piece. I believe this is the only dungeon in the game to have a heart piece inside of it. So yeah. I'm sad I can't say the same for Twilight Princess. Oh god. That game just went overboard with heart pieces. Actually no, Majora's Mask did. I don't know what I'm talking about. Majora's Mask had like what? Something like 50 heart pieces? It was ridiculous. Get away from me. See, like, they put those enemies in, like, the weirdest spots. Okay, melted away fire. Okay, this room. This room's a lot easier if you have an item we're getting in an upcoming dungeon. But, we don't have that item, so sad face. For some reason, Link can't grab these ledges, and I sliced you. I shot him through a wall. That's how epic I am. Word of advice. take out all the keys because they'll be a pain. And Link just magically turned in ice. Don't fall down these pits. If you do, they'll take you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Yeah, not a good thing. And there's another Skulltula. And I believe that's the last one of the dungeon. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, that was close. Now we're gonna slide this over. And then slide it over again. Now there's a thing in here. You have to technically use blue fire, but you can just collect these by like slicing them. It's kind of weird. You have to like. I know you can do it. I've seen this. There we go. You can just jump attack it. Look at me. I'm like glitching this game like crazy. Yeah, if you push this block away, like into the infinite hole, they'll appear at the beginning of the dungeon. No, it won't. Sad face. You can just... This part coming up is really, really... The word to say is nerve-wracking. Because... ice physics? Ugh. Now, technically what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to push this ice block over there to get them. But what you can do is, I believe you can make that jump. Yes, you can. That's what I always did when I first played this game. That's what I always did, because I didn't know the correct way to actually do it. And of course, we got Pokemon Puzzle! And this is what I mean by nerve-wracking. Ice physics plus one block ledge equals bad. Especially in A Link to the Past. Oh my gosh, is ice terrible in that game. Don't jump on it. Push your block over there, and... I believe that's the end of the dungeon. After this long hallway, it's pretty much the end of the dungeon. I don't know what's exactly inside these pots because I've never really opened them. We're getting a blue fire stuff. Yeah, this is the end of the dungeon. Make sure you have an extra blue fire though, because you're going to need it. But in here we have the boss in the dungeon. White Wolf though. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. This is harder than Volvaria. Dead. Why can all bosses be that way? And we get the item of the dungeon. So basically that entire dungeon was just to get the item. Link got a Pokénose. How are you holding those? You got the iron boots. So heavy, you can't run. So heavy, you can't float. That's kind of a trick to what you have to do. Why couldn't you tell us how to get through that quickly? We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from a... Why didn't you try to save someone else? No! From under the ice, but she headed for the water temple. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger or save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move. Like a river flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to a noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon you. This is my favorite song in the game. Next to Storm Song. I don't know why I like that. It's just like so calming and soothing. You have learned the serenade of water. As you can tell, it's the warping to the water temple. Link, I'll see you again. More specifically, like, hi, Leah. Link! Link just got Deku nutted. Deku nut. Anyways, this is so much easier to do in the 3DS version. But you have to do to equip the iron boots. You have to go into your inventory and equip them. The 3DS version, you can just use them as an item. And it really makes me mad that Nintendo didn't do that for the original game. Not choking. I like how Navi says, get out of the water, otherwise you'll start choking. You don't choke in water. You drown. We're back in this room. So basically, if we could get onto that ledge and be able to swim into a door, we could have just beaten this dungeon like that. But now that we got the iron boots, I equipped the normal boots. I believe if you side hop into the water, you can actually move Link, but you technically can't. And Link can hold his breath for only a minute, like a minute and 45 seconds. Like, am I the only one who thinks Navi's overreacting? You got a piece of heart. So there's a piece of heart at the bottom of the fountain. It's really stupid, actually. That one's like really stupid on how to get. But in the upcoming temple, you're not even gonna want to have your inventory out. It's not even the sinking part that takes forever. It's Link floating up. I believe you spam the B button, Link will go up faster. But the reason I said you want to keep a blue fire is because you're in Zora's domain. If we give Mr. Zoraman, do you see where this is leading? Mr. Weep. And you lay some blue fire on him, he'll melt. Interesting fact, if you don't move King Zora by glitching and getting to an adult early, he'll still be there as an adult, and it's pretty funny. Because then you can't get into the temple, but you speak to him. Oh, I've come back to life. You know we're dead, you were just frozen. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. Looked like you had a hard time breathing underwater. No, duh! As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic that won't let you choke underwater. Magically, having clothes. I mean, at least the fire tunic made sense. You don't burn to death. Maybe it's like an insulator. But like, what I don't understand is that how does Link holding a tunic prevent him from drowning? It's like the ugliest Link in my opinion. But yeah, since we got the message, we're gonna give that to King Zora in the next episode. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we are going to finish up the trading side quest, actually. And maybe even start in the next temple. So, see you guys then.